Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing look at Hearts of Iron 3's Black Ice 10.41 currently, and we're going through it, checking out to see the changes, checking out its stability. So far so good on stability. I mean, really much better. So that is a very pleasant change compared to the previous version. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. You can hit that like button. You can even follow one of the links over to my Twitch channel if you want to catch live shows and prefer Twitch over YouTube. But they're both there. I don't know why. I don't know why they chose this over my event image. I don't know. They like it, I guess. I don't know. Just some things are pet peeves, especially if I have to stare at them for a long time. Because I tell you, this is more popular with viewers, but I don't dislike. I like this. I like this better, but I can see that, especially once the action starts, just where the borders are, trying to look at it at maybe a smallish screen or something might be a bit difficult. This looks ugly, but is effective. But I stare at it very little as a percentage of time, because I'm mostly on another screen, and so something that I need to look at briefly. If I want to have the ugly screen to just see what the terrain is or something, that's fine. It's just how many hours do I have to look at something? Thank you, Arno. And we can do this. Okay, now that we have put our intelligence operatives to work for national unity, we actually see that it's going up. We still have fractured government. Now, if you want to get rid of fractured government, what you do is make sure that all the ministers, or most of the ministers, are of the same color here. And no, we're not talking modern day skin color. We're talking party color symbols here. Brown, of course, is National Socialist. Black is the fascists here. And gray is just the paternal aristocrat. Okay, and I'm not sure how it was before, but I'll tell you this. DVFP versus the D. Yeah, I know in game terms it sort of needs to be fascist, but that they're trying to separate out. I'm trying to remember just the difference between the DVFP and the DNVP parties. These, of course, the social conservatives. Yeah, Shaq was no fascist. He was definitely not a fascist. I don't know if he was associated with this party or not, but he is very much a not a fascist economically, and not that big of an authoritarian. Neither is Konstantin von Roth. I'm not talking the game is doing this wrong right now. I'm just saying historically these two guys were not, and it's just shacked in two jobs, were not what I would call fascists. Paternal aristocrat, maybe. Frick and these guys are definitely National Socialist. I would one of the big things that really says that Schacht isn't a fascist is that he understands economies. He really does understand economies. Fascists are don't understand economies that well. Better than because they're fascists are a type of socialist. They come out of socialism. They're sort of socialism that halfway understands economies, but not fully. Okay, money for rare materials. How are we doing for money? Good. Uh, Order, yes, I guess. Yes, you may have energy. More consumer goods. Okay, now we're going to continue with that classification. Anti-air upgrades, yes. Okay, and again, to sort of explain to everyone what's going on here, if you want to see, I like that this is now like anti-air detachment here. This is going to be a bonus here. It's going to cause more supply consumptions. And now you've already picked this one, so you get this one here. And this is just activating what you picked earlier. So now we can see here. Okay, now here we have artillery, rocket artillery, and pack artillery. So you can come here if you want to see how they're different. Your regular artillery detachment, your rocket artillery detachment, and your pack artillery detachment. Now, you'll notice here that it's general, like soft attack for pack artillery is at 1.5, where basic artillery soft attack is 5. But you'll notice here, say, down for forest, well, let's go down. Well, yeah, so you can go like marsh movement, negative 15%. Artillery, your sort of basic artillery, marsh movement, negative 55%. So if you want to set this up, instead of being for like standard divisions, you want to set this up to be attached to, say, your light infantry, your Jaeger types, your mountain troops, these sort of rough terrain types, and have less artillery effective support. But and also you'll see attack and defense in rough terrain that may be better or not, but wherever. But if you're putting it in for rough environments, you have less penalties. Now that's not what I'm going to be setting up here. If you were planning on adding these mixed brigades while also having regular artillery in them instead of replacing them, it might be a good idea to do this. But you do have, and I don't know if they're activated yet. Probably not. No, they're not activated yet. Is a rocket artillery unit that you can attach to it once we get somewhere in here. Rocket artillery 1939. There we go. You need to activate that, and then you can improve it over time. This is just a basic activation. So just out of simplicity, you can do it now, though really should more or less be available later. We're going to do just standard artillery. We're going to appease them. This is the most historic choice. Germany did, well, you have send in the security police, goon squads. Oh, guys. Uh-oh. I don't know. This is a bug, isn't it? These two are the same. You're no longer doing police buildings? So probably, I'm guessing, as I'm sitting here looking at this, police buildings may be a minister-given thing. So you probably just, I guess, remove this. You just have send in the security police, the goon squads, or appease them. German, yeah, the money thing I'm still not terribly pleased with, but Germany definitely did the appease them situation for internally. Now, once they started occupying lands, they were definitely ruling by goon squads. Build a rocket facility. Yes, very much so. We want that. Now what we want to do here is, you need to remember to come and do it, or otherwise it will F things up. Move that to the top, so it immediately, it just costing you 23 for, you know, a day or whatever. Yeah, I think that's entirely wrong, Arno. Buying ships and aircraft. I think that's incorrect. Or are you talking about buying from other countries? I've never played 2. Budget limitation, heads up, yes. That's bad. Okay. Engineered attachment again, so we can see here that now we have engineered attachment. Did we not get the rocket artillery thing from, or the regular artillery when I clicked on it? Is that a problem? I know I clicked on it. Oh. I see. I see. We need to have this at least one. Okay. I think, right, it's combined arms. Oh, no, it's this. No, sorry, it's this one. Well, no, this one should be artillery brigades. They're just taking a moment to fire? Is that all? I don't know. I'm used to clicking on that. Artillery brigades, at least one. Yeah. Have impossible flag. I don't know. Maybe it'll fire in a moment. Yes, buying from other countries. Yes, an arms trade would be appropriate. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Now, this is for motorized support, not for mixed support. Mixed support recon. So here we have, I don't know why for artillery isn't showing up yet. It may in a moment. Something else may need to fire, I don't know. Engineers, yes, we want motorized engineers. Here we can look at, well, this is for motorized, I think. Yeah, motorized. We can do, where's anti-air? Okay, we can do motorized anti-air detachment, which is sort of the basic one. Or you can do heavy anti-air detachment, which will definitely, you know, be more effective. Well, I'm looking at this here. Air defense +2. Well, what? Or do you get both of those? No. Why is heavy? Is it because of the heart attack? I guess that it has less anti-air attack. It doesn't have very good it doesn't have any piercing bonuses. Or you can have self-propelled, which you can see max speed is +1, where this doesn't do any speed things. Yeah, they're not going to put it in. Well, Hoi 3 is dead now from Paradox perspective. They're not going to put it in Hoi 4, really. Because they just do the Lend-Lease type stuff. Okay, yeah, I guess we're going to go with fuel consumption. I'm just looking at different. Yeah. We're going to go with more, well, here you click it, self-propelled. Hello, Scooter. Well, sorry to hear about that. Laptop. Do you hate 4? No, I'm disappointed in 4. 4 has such potential. I'm just disappointed. Yeah, no, I 4 had such potential to be such a great game. Yes, you can have energy. I've got plenty. But I'm just disappointed in it. Some of the stuff can be okay, they're a little negative, so we're gonna buy some rare materials. I think that'll be good. And from the US, they're in a negative situation too. Well, that's part of the problem. Is it's too. I liken Hearts of Iron 4. I think the proper name would be EU 20th Century. Um, it's just way too alt history for me. Into air guns of my motors. Yes. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, let's do that. We're cranking through the supplies heavily here. That Olympic event really took a lot of supplies. Because alternative history is cool and fun, and I like Kaiserreich fairly well, but I want to play a World War II game the most. So get that right first, and they've never even remotely achieved a World War II game with Hearts of Iron 4. And it was released way too early. Austria would like energy, sure. Okay, yeah, just want to deploy these guys. Everybody wants to trade with Germany now, which is good, just not used to it. What about with like World of Blaze or Black Ice? How do you like this? Well, I was going to play World of Blaze until 5 minutes before starting this stream, and Uncharted updated World of Blaze, so my saves weren't compatible, and I didn't want to take the time to download and figure out get the old version. I presume it was properly up there because he does that well. And I'm not even sure whether what version figure it out. So I like World of Blaze. I sort of look World of Blaze is competing with Black Ices for being the best mod for Hearts of Iron 4 that I know of. I know there's mods I don't know of well, but the Black Ice people, I rage quit on them the last time. Yeah. I have problems with what they're doing. They're going off the rails, in my opinion, as well. But they're one of the other good mods, and it's really tough for me to pick which one I like the best: World of Blaze or Black Ice. You didn't kill the cat. Of course, you should never admit to doing anything like that, even if you did. But yeah, no, I would not be happy with the cat myself. No, I wouldn't kill it, but I would not be happy. It might get a leash and be told, you're gonna get hooked up to places. Um, let's see, what do we want to do here? We want to trade for money to buy more. Okay, let's see if we can. Let's come to the here. See if we can sell them. They have 4.5. So let's. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if we can start selling them 8 supplies. Yeah. I don't dislike cats, but I've had friends who had cats, but I've never been like emotionally attached to a cat. Like I said, I don't dislike them or anything. They're cool animals, but where I really like dogs, I just don't live in a good place to have a dog. I don't like little tiny dogs. I like, medium to, not huge dogs, but medium to, biggish dogs. But I don't live in a good place to have them. So if I lived a bit more out in the country and was going outside more, I might get a dog. Okay, yeah, a lot of people are wanting to buy from Germany. That's great. Reminds me once I came home and found my cat lying on my board game, totally disturbing the whole Eastern Front. Got really mad, but it was not the cat's fault. No, I think it's the cat's fault. Dobermans, yeah, Doberman pinchers are cool. Don't know that I would choose one of those, but they're really cool, really smart dogs, I know. Okay, well, we want to buy some. Hey, what is it? Yule boy? Is that how you pronounce that? Thank you very much. Might be not, but in order for, do you have to manually create OOBs or do events give them for you? Well, yes. Yes to both. This is the starting OOB for whatever sort of Western Front. This is the OOB for the Air Force, and by event it'll change a few times as historical reorganizations that happened leading up to the war. This is the Naval OOB with headquarters around. And they're starting, but basically you need to to get all of the benefits, you need to manage it yourself. You can just have unattached divisions. It's no problem. It's just you don't have all the bonuses that you could have. If you don't like doing this stuff, play Hearts of Iron 4. A lot of people didn't like this. I love this. So, to me, this is near heaven that they do this, but a lot of people don't like this, and I understand it's a lot of sort of micromanagement. But yeah, you need to be willing to do this, and as we can see, this is currently attached straight to here with no intermediate HQs. Where there are some. So yeah, is that really that they made an OB and then the event ruined all their hard work. Okay, well, trying to understand that. I mean, I'm understanding the words you're saying clearly. Oh no. Nozzle were born? Sorry, I'm probably butchering that. Now, what I do know that, like I say, this will get removed and then get replaced with a Goering reorganization at least once, is it twice? And then, of course, they will add some more this is for the Air Force. I mostly ignore it. But these will get removed. Now you will need to come back and these don't get removed, and you'll need to reattach them to higher headquarters. I know I give you in TRE the order of battle for the SA is historically as correctly as I could find out from the best, literally the best research available. And it's still some wild ass guessing because we just literally don't know. No books, at least no books have been written about it. And trust me, I researched pretty deeply there. But once you get going for the combat ones, I don't know of something that's going to delete the whole thing and put more in. So I'm not quite sure what he's talking about. There are some units with red name that get removed. Yeah, but those, isn't there the reorganization, at least unless it's changed from 10-3-3 and others before it, there will be one sort of, major, all these Luftwaffe kiddos will all disappear and be replaced with a different reorganized ones. Unless it's changed, that should happen. I know with TRE, the SA is put down entirely on that, and you shouldn't change it. And then later it will be removed and replaced with another one that's almost exactly the same, but a couple of important changes to the units. But for your basic other this, it shouldn't, as Doze is saying. So I don't know what they're talking about now, unless they're dealing with some other mod, not Black Ice. I'm not sure. But going through. Yeah. And only don't put too much energy into this early version of the Luftwaffe stuff. So wait till like 39 or something, and then or do all the organization here. Ost C, EC, and you have that here, and then out here you have the U-boat command and then the North Sea command, and there will be others to attach that deal with other stuff. Now, quite honestly, I normally don't play too much Black Ice in Hearts of Iron 3. I normally play Black Ice with GGA, TRE, the D-Worms mod, units of the Third Reich. So that does sort of confuse me a little bit of what's in the base TRE, base Black Ice, with events and whatnot for OOBs. And I'm just wondering how much is going to have to change for some of those other mods to work with the new system. Thank you, Dozed. I will add it immediately after the live stream. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. And I gather it's just a side effect of what you've done. Cool. And I understand. I just pause. Okay. Yes, we're gonna. It's just something that was so nice, and that, okay, artillery focus is chosen, artillery detachment. Okay, so now it's finally giving us this. And yeah, it wasn't meant to be a thing, it just happened. Okay, so we've lost medium, and we're now in low popularity. And what we are seeing, which is best that I know, and it's sort of gone away, is internal factors. Here, to the best of my knowledge, no one knows or knows how to control internal factors. That this is, to the best of my knowledge, that this is some sort of randomized thing that we can't do. So there's nothing that I know that I can do to affect internal factors. Yes, having, not having a fractured government helps. Yes, having ruling party support helps. But that internal factors, I don't know a way around it, and I've definitely... Okay, would like money in exchange for rare materials. Okay, currently we have 14. That is too much. So what we're going to do here is, hello, you have some money. Okay, we're going to see if we can sell you some supplies. You have, what, again, 4, so yeah, close enough. Let's see, is Britain willing to buy from us? We haven't been too much of a naughty boy yet. Good. Okay, 6, so... Right. Sweden, they have some money. Will they buy at all? Maybe? No. Okay. Now, well, the Soviet Union, who has nearly no money. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to accept this. Okay, we want that. Yes. Cooperation. Yes. The dance show. You guys, you didn't need to turn these into X's. Dozed. I could, yeah, you don't need to do that. I made these images. You don't need to turn them to X's. Okay, artillery focus for motor brigades. Okay. Energy, yes. Energy, yes. And has it been long enough for the Soviet Union to start? Yes, okay. So now they are making 14 in money. We're making just 3. No, they should be on Soviet. There we go. Sell. Okay, they can... We want to sell them supplies for a goodly amount. There, like that. I'm going to wait on these historical units until probably 37. Let's see how we're doing here. Yeah, we are pumping through some of this to get this out, but mostly focusing on industry. And in the end. Yes, I want to deploy these. Okay, Italy can't come up with enough money, so it's going to cancel, which means we're going to lose income here, maybe, or yeah. Okay, now what we need to do is look for alternative sources of the income. USA seems to have money. Good. 27. So let's see if we can go to about 20 or so. Yeah. Good. Should make up the deficit. Austria, wow. Good. If I turn it up too fast, it just means pausing it too. Wish there was an intermediate speed between this and the next higher speed. Because super fast is just this, just as like it just yeah trying to respond to all that. Just a bit much. Okay, yes, you may have fuel. Yes, you may have energy. You give money for rare materials. No, I don't think I want to build. I want to steal your rare materials when I conquer you, the Netherlands. I don't want to buy them from you. I buy rare materials from nations that I'm either, well, the Soviet Union, just because it's going to continue to trade with me once I go to war with the West. And Britain is going to be, I'm not planning on going in early or fast into Britain. So their stockpiles aren't normally a big thing for me to, grab up. But like Poland or Czechoslovakia, I don't want to buy from them. Like if, Luxembourg should get a stockpile of steel eventually, I'll just take it. Okay, specialist training, extended conscription. All right. We would give them battle for money, sure. What's going to be your naval plan? Subs and naval bombers, I guess. Yes. They've actually, they didn't. The guy who actually, I gather, did the work to fix it wasn't in the chat, but they fixed the surprise surprise attack feature for the subs and the naval bombers. I really actually didn't quite honestly. I knew the subs had the surprise attack feature. I did not know the naval bombers had the surprise attack feature. I just knew they bombed ships fairly well. And so now submarines have a chance at naval battles. So normally I just use, unlike Hearts of Iron 4, I use subs not traditionally, and we'll see how it changes. I use subs to just go after their, convoys and have them, if once they get damaged enough, come back into port and get repaired. And then naval bombers and whatnot to go after ships and just do avoidance operations. Oh, you're the one that fixed it? Well, good to hear. So yeah, it's apparently fixed now, and like I say, I did not know that naval bombers had that capability. Just never, I guess, encountered it. Did know the subs were supposed to. Out here, I'm still not sure at this current level how many submarines I should have operating in a particular area for visibility purposes. Not to have them not be seen. Yeah, thank you for all your hard work, Doze. Then, it's the one I helped on some bug one time for Hadadad. I think it was or whoever it was. I forget. But beyond that, I've never really touched the EULA stuff. That's the one area that I never modded, really, if anything. So I appreciate your work on that. We're going to say no to this. Why? You know, I so wish this game deserved one more good expansion and quote unquote fix added to it that they should have done, but they just never did. A lot of hidden potential, actually. Well, that's interesting. I hope you guys continue to dig into it. Energy shore, energy shore. Consumer goods, we don't need nearly that many. Let's just give it a couple of small percent above needed. So this is the way very much, especially if you're going to be playing TRE eventually, is what you should be doing. You should have a huge stock of supplies, because partially for my limited skills of programming, dealing with the stuff in here, I use my main cost for things in events as supplies. Not, there are some, definitely a bunch that are are percentages to the ICs, but the main one I use is costs and supplies. Okay, we've lost that. We'll give you that to try to balance that back out. Okay, we'll probably be able to absorb the loss of the French trade. Hello, Lorg. How you doing? Can you give me a link to where I can download Black Ice mod? I can only see the older versions in browser search. Well, if Dozed wants to put it up to the forum, link to the thread, please do. I don't really want to alt tab over to open it up right now. And if it needs approval, Arno, will you put it on? Yeah, okay, if it got approved or needed, yeah. Thank you. And there you can download Machine Gun Focus. That is on aircraft, I do believe. Armament is 38. And you just have to scroll down on the first major post to find that, the download. And get, if you haven't done anything else before, get the full 10.4.1. Yeah, like you say, download and get that done. I just have the update version because I didn't download the whole thing. Okay. Yeah, let's do a 34 technology to replace the one we just. Now, hey, yes, you got to do everything. Got to follow the guide. Move, if you have a Steam version of the game, move it out of the Steam folder. Then do Podcats exe, because Steam will see that it's the wrong version and revert. Eventually, it will. I don't know if it's always. Some people have greater trouble and lesser trouble with that, but eventually it will revert it back to the 32-bit version. So you need to move that out there. No, I don't think it'd be the one thing I really wish I could have, it would be a setting here, is to set some of these to at need. And I know there is priority settings, but truly just set some of this to at need, so I didn't have to touch this so much. Okay, yes, let's see, Bank for International Settlement, we want to fire at this point. 4,000 supplies, this is a good deal. And what just came up? Okay, infantry standard branch. So that should be grayed out. Good. We will do truck and prime mover reliability. wait on all of these until probably 37. What are we currently producing? Okay. Well, I don't know. We don't need to produce all these right now, but not bad. Controllable pitch. Propellers, which is there. Well, the base game shouldn't be crashing, if that's what you were having. Now, modded games, yeah, they might be. That was here and now. What do we want to do now? I guess I knew there was at least this here. Hello, Frankie P. If I spent half as much time studying as I spent playing this mod in school, I would be at Oxford today. Well, I don't know. I think at least Third Reich Events and Black Ice and some of the others are a bit educational. If you were looking for an education in World War II history, don't know what you were studying to want to go to Oxford for. What sort of majors you were looking at having. Okay, and now artillery brigades. Increase to 3. One, undo. Right. And we'll do heavy AA guns. Give them metal? Sure, you can have metal. Oh, Cambridge? Well, probably not, but I'd rather. Well, I know going to Oxford or Cambridge would give you a good job, like prospects in Britain, but right now they're both such. I don't know which one's worse, radical leftist schools. In the good old days, Oxford was a conservative school. In the good old days. Yes, you may have energy. Okay, so we're still negative on that. We have money there. We are pretty good. So what we want to do here is... I think the Soviet Union is our best bet. Because that will trade the longest with... Yeah, let's do this. It's going to be a big chunk of money, I know. Okay, traction suspension, armored fighting vehicles, ones, yes. And bomb, which is a one and done, right here, okay. Yeah, we can do Bombay. Oh, that may have opened, yes, that's right, our plate thickness. Hello, Toyjet. And they're stop buying their teeny bit of energy from us. Plan Z? No, we're doing Plan Zero Contact. I'm going to avoid the Royal Navy and the U.S. Navy and have victory. Incendiary bombs. Okay, good. Again, another one and done. We do need some naval support, but we're definitely not going down Plan Z. We're not that stupid for Germany. It is a stupid plan for Germany. It was when the Kaiser did it. So it's in essence, it's the same basic plan as the Kaiser had: is have a high seas fleet that could rival the Royal Navy's fleet and deal with whatever the French were doing. Yeah, we'll do pocket battleship. Yeah, aerial supremacy, land-based anti-ship aircraft type operations. Yes, you may have fuel. And I think we're going to end this episode here. I want to thank everyone who's watching. Thanks for liking the videos. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.